Title: She was forced to marry a mad billionaire. Zora, a vibrant and ambitious young woman with dreams of independence, lives a quiet life in her village, where she helps her family run a small business. Her life takes an unexpected turn when her father's once thriving business falls into debt, and her mother's health begins to decline. Faced with growing expenses and limited income, her family edges toward financial ruin. One evening, her father returns from a business trip with unexpected news. A wealthy family in the neighboring city has shown interest in Zora, specifically Kofi Mensah, the sole heir to a vast empire of luxury hotels and trading companies. Though her father claims Kofi's family offered help as a favor, Zora soon realizes that the marriage is the price they are willing to pay for this assistance. Heartbroken, she tries to object, but her father, desperate to protect his family, insists that the marriage is the only way to keep them afloat. Reluctantly, Zora agrees, sacrificing her own happiness to save her family. Kofi is a mysterious figure. Few in his village truly know him, and even fewer have ever met him. Stories swirl about the mad billionaire, who rarely makes public appearances and seems haunted by his own shadow. On her wedding day, Zora finally meets her husband. Tall, with sharp features and deep, piercing eyes, Kofi appears almost noble. Yet, beneath his stoic exterior, she senses something unsettling. His eyes dart nervously, his hands tremble, and at times he mutters under his breath as though speaking to someone invisible. At first, she dismisses his strange behavior, chalking it up to nerves. But after moving into his enormous mansion, a beautiful yet eerie estate shrouded by thick, dark forest, she begins to witness Kofi's strange episodes firsthand. Zora frequently awakens at night to find Kofi pacing the halls, mumbling to himself. Sometimes, she hears him shouting, as though in argument with someone unseen, his voice thick with rage or fear. Despite the tension in the house, Kofi's family insists that Zora keep up appearances, encouraging her to smile at public events and pose for photos. "You're his anchor," his mother, a steely woman named Aba, tells her. "As his wife, you must remain loyal, no matter what." Zora's curiosity about her husband's odd behavior grows. One night, after yet another one of his violent episodes, Kofi collapses, exhausted, onto the floor of their bedroom. Seeing him in such a vulnerable state, Zora feels a pang of pity, mingled with fear. She gently asks him what troubles him so deeply, but Kofi dismisses her questions, warning her to leave the past alone. Ignoring his warnings, Zora starts to investigate his family's history, speaking to longtime servants and townspeople who might hold some clues. Slowly, pieces of a terrifying puzzle emerge. Decades ago, Kofi's father, Nana Mensah, had risen from poverty to wealth almost overnight. Whispers of dark magic, strange sacrifices, and secret rituals had followed his meteoric rise. Nana had consulted with a powerful sorcerer who had allegedly blessed his family with eternal wealth, but the price of the ritual had been paid with a curse, one that would afflict the firstborn son of each generation with madness. Kofi's mother had always hoped to protect her son from his father's legacy, but the curse had taken hold in Kofi's teenage years, plunging him into a life of tortured visions and uncontrollable fits. Zora's horror grows as she realizes the magnitude of the curse. She's bound not just to a man, but to a haunted legacy, cursed by dark rituals from a generation before her. Determined to break the cycle of suffering, Zora devotes herself to finding a way to lift the curse from Kofi. She consults wise elders, hidden shamans, and even her own grandmother, who had once been a healer in the village. Slowly, she uncovers an ancient ritual that might hold the key to Kofi's freedom, but the cost is steep. The ritual demands a willing sacrifice from a family member, a life for a life. Kofi's family balks at the thought of losing their son or themselves, preferring to continue the charade and live in luxury despite the madness. Disillusioned by their cold-heartedness, Zora realizes that if anyone is going to break this curse, it will have to be her. Kofi, however, resists her efforts. During one of his rare lucid moments, he warns her, "It's better to live in this darkness than to pay the price my father has set. I would rather be mad than take someone else's life." He begs her to abandon her search, fearing what might happen if she delves too deeply into forces beyond her control. Yet, Zara refuses to give up. Her heart aches for Kofi, whose lucid moments reveal a man of depth, intelligence, and kindness, hidden beneath layers of torment. She believes there must be another way, a way to break the curse without bloodshed. Guided by tales her grandmother used to tell of ancestral spirits and guardians of the forest, Zora sets off on a treacherous journey, venturing into the wilderness to seek out the aid of a powerful healer rumored to have knowledge of the old ways. After many trials, Zara finally finds the healer, an elderly woman named Oma, who listens to her plight. Oma reveals that the only way to lift the curse is for Kofi himself to confront the spirits of his ancestors in a grueling ritual that will force him to relieve the sins of his father. Kofi must face the spirits that haunt him and, if he has the strength, reject his father's dark legacy. Returning home, Zora begs Kofi to attempt the ritual. Though terrified, he eventually agrees, understanding that if he fails, he will be lost forever. On a stormy night, surrounded by the healer, Zora, and the spirits of the forest, Kofi undergoes the ritual. He experiences harrowing visions of his father's deals with dark forces, feeling the fear, greed, and pain that cursed his lineage. Just as he reaches the breaking point, Kofi defies the spirits, renouncing his father's choices and declaring his desire for freedom, peace, and love. In a flash of blinding light, the curse breaks, and Kofi collapses, freed from the curse at last. As Kofi recovers, the changes in him are profound. The dark shadows have left his eyes, replaced by a newfound calm and warmth. Their marriage, once a fragile union forged by necessity, begins to blossom as they build a life together based on mutual respect, resilience, and love. Despite their new happiness, Zora knows the importance of remembering the past. She shares Kofi's story with their village, not as a tale of horror, but as a cautionary lesson about the dangers of pursuing wealth and power at any cost. She encourages families to break free from toxic cycles and build legacies based on honor, compassion, and integrity. Lesson: this story reminds us of the importance of making ethical choices, resisting greed, and taking responsibility for our actions, for they shape not only our lives but those of future generations. Zora's journey is a testament to resilience and courage, underscoring that love can overcome even the darkest of legacies if we have the strength to confront our past and seek healing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and comment to enjoy endless African folktales. And hey, if you do have friends who like to hear this story, please feel free to share with them. Thank you, and look out for more interesting African village folktales right here. Until next time. Enjoy.